Hello, welcome everybody back to the live streaming, the live watch party experience. If you are a Browns fan, you might be familiar with this experience. If you are not a Browns fan and just have joined me for my Cavs coverage, then this is an experience where we go through and we watch the game live. Hold on, let me pull up so we have the scoreboard feed too as well. And we react to the game live. Basically, it's a watch party if you're not familiar with the concept. But it is a pretty basic concept here. Cavs going up against the Miami Heat. If you want to interact with the show, we have the live chat, which you can see on the YouTube page itself. We also have super chats that you can do to get yourself involved in the show. Make sure your voice is heard during the stream. So, without further ado, we're ready for the Cavs to play. We got a whiteout in Cleveland. That's going to be fun. Cavs started season 15-0, have the #1 overall seed, and this is probably one of the most exciting starts to a postseason that we have had, or most anticipated starts to a postseason that we've had.
One of the all-time seasons in the history of the franchise are starting lineups presented by Kia, Garland, and Mitchell. The two-headed monster for this Cleveland team, Evan Mobley's emergence as an offensive threat. Everyone knows what he's been defensively. And meantime, this Miami Heat team are just battle-tested. Obviously, the Jimmy Butler trade canvas that really turned their season on.
And if you want to have this party get even more exciting, make sure you share this stream so more people can see what's going on here.
Extreme confidence in on this one tonight.
Should be fun.
The best of his career, but then again, just in terms of them being the spoilers, we understand Heat culture, but you also understand that they were the last team to upset the seed, and they did start #1 seed, and they did so to go to the finals, and they were 1-0. So this Heat team is not a #8 seed.
Andrew Wiggins,
Fiend. Between this and WrestleMania, I've heard that song far too much.
23-1 to the finals. And of course, Hero.
Let's get it.
The scene in this place is just raucous at the start. Now it seems to be a sea of white. They're doing out their white t-shirts.
Let's get it.
The joint is jumping.
Donovan Mitchell looks like he's ready.
Here in downtown Cleveland. Officiating crew.
Hey,
Cleveland Cavaliers and the
try to get 100 people up in here, man. All right, Cavs win the tip-off. Darius gets the ball. And the playoffs are underway.
officials with a quick whistle.
Well, we're kind of underway. The clock malfunction.
Well,
All right. Well, now we're ready. I know what action they're going to run here for Max. They're going to run pin down, pull, roll, get Max to the top of the key 3. And he got it. They love running that action when Max is playing against the Miami Heat. Don't forget, they love to get these guys going when they go up against their former teams. That's something Kenny's been really big at. He runs that action every time they go up against the Heat first play. Bam at the top of the key. Mobley on him. But Mitchell in the post here does a good job walling up Andrew Wiggins, and he travels. Good defense. Hey, remember, the national media tells you that that's a guard who can't play defense in Donovan Mitchell. We disagree with that over here. All right, Strus gives it to Garland. Garland has Hero. He's going to take Hero down to the block. Jared Allen fumbles the ball. First turnover of the night for the Cavs. Now, if you're not familiar with the Miami Heat, we all know Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero are going to be their 2 primary ball handlers and scorers. But where Miami's secret weapon is number 7. It's Ware. Khalil Ware. You watched the play, and he was instrumental to them. Right now, the Cavs coming out playing good defense. Donovan with his first real touch of the day. Shoots, bangs, no. But Jared Allen back up, puts it in. Cavs up 5-0. Yeah, so Khalil Ware, that's going to be the X factor for the Heat in this series. What they get out of him is really going to determine how they're going to look in this series. Bam has Darius Garland posted up. Darius walls him up pretty good there. Makes it tough. We know Bam's going to get his. He's a bucket. Donovan getting that foul. That move there, get a foul on Tyler Hero, and that's going to be foul shots. Now, here's what you're not going to see in this series with both of these teams. Both of these teams are very experienced, right? Have been through, have played in game sevens, right? So we're not going to see too many jitters from these teams early on. Both Miami, Cleveland, very experienced here in the playoffs. It's not just, somebody pointed out, it's not bad for a point guard on the center. Not just a point guard on the center. Bam is powerful, right?
Yes.
Like, very powerful.
Kenny Atkinson was in Brooklyn, but also now Kenny Atkinson going and being on the bench in Golden State and being a part of that culture and bringing some of that to the Cavs. You know,
All right, Donovan smacks them
it
both.
seems like Donovan Mitchell, 8 years into his career, he's ready for this type of basketball. He's ready to be on the stage.
Tyler Hero, top key. They're trying this pick and roll. That's good defense there by Mobley. He got beat a little bit, but he was able to use his length to just disrupt that shot. Donovan Mitchell with the slam. Oh, he just fought through Tyler Hero. Just moved him out the way.
But also get to the basket, level scorer.
Cavs look real focused coming out here. They don't look overexcited. They don't look jittery. They just look really focused here. Bad switch by Garland. He chased on there and he left open three. Garland fucked up on defense there. Yeah, he shouldn't have ran to the corner, stayed on his man, let Burks get an open shot. Evan Mobley with the three. Bang, bang. Evan Mobley. If it's going to be that kind of a night, it's going to be rough for Miami. Rebound by Jarrett. Again, Cavs playing at their pace, not overexcited, but not dogging it a little, not even dogging it. So good. Strus, inside pass. They're playing at a real smooth pace here. The Cavs are playing at a real smooth pace, and Spo's going to call a timeout. Yep. Yeah, that makes sense. This is what you want to see from the Cavs coming out, right? You know, the worry is with the team that people have tagged as inexperienced in the playoffs, right? Is this idea that the Cavs are going to come out here and be overexcited. They're going to be trying to do too much on both sides of the floor. They're going to over-rotate, over-switch. They're going to over-pursue on offense. They're going to pass the ball, throw it with too much. They're going to do shit with more energy than they would normally do it with. But that's not what's going on with the Cavs. Yeah, we got the whiteout environment, the excitement. You can see the crowd is going absolutely nuts. And the Cavs definitely have that playoff energy to them. But you notice how that hasn't really affected how the Cavs' rhythm looks like on the basketball court. They're playing the type of basketball that they want to play. They're able to get the ball in and out at will. They're not forcing up shots. They're using up most of the time. Like, they're able to play at the rhythm that they're used to. And I think that's the difference between this year and years prior when the Cavs came out in the playoffs. You could see them trying to play to what they feel like the cadence needs to be, what they feel like the rhythm of the game needs to be. That's not what they're doing right now. What they're doing is just playing at their own rhythm, playing at their own pace. And when they do that, they are the 64-win, unstoppable at times Cleveland Cavaliers. We got Evan Mobley making threes, Donovan Mitchell going straight to the cup. We haven't really gotten anything out of Darius yet, but we probably will. Max Strus made his first shot of the night. Again, we haven't even seen the reserves check in, but that's what you want to see. That's what an experienced team looks like, and anybody who's concerned about the Cavs' ability to be experienced, learn from what they have had happen to them in New York, Orlando, and Boston before this, how do they handle the excitement? You're a 60-win team. You have all the excitement in the world. People are amped up. You're the 1 seed for the first time since you won a championship in 2016 in this city. There's a ton of excitement. So there was a concern there that, hey, maybe the Cavs don't know how to handle that. They have came out and handled that excitement really, really well. And I think that should be noted about how they came out. Didn't force a lot of shots, got good buckets, got good looks, didn't try to play hero ball at the beginning, right? It wasn't Donovan Mitchell jacking up a ton of shots or Darius Garland jacking up a ton of shots. Played really clean, consistent defensive basketball outside of the one over rotation by Darius Garland. Very locked in team and a team that understands what energy is needed right now. Really love what I saw from the Cavs in that opening set. It's a very long commercial break. But hey, over that commercial break, though, let's clap it up for chat. We got over 100 people in here, man. Appreciate y'all for showing up. The game is back on. We will continue to react to the game and break it down as it goes. But so far, so good for your Cleveland Cavaliers.
Together, then answer that question. And now, viewers, are the Cavaliers ready to graduate? Are they ready to go to the next?
Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure we should have over 100 likes, y'all. I don't know what the like count at, but we should have over 100. Let's hit that like button. All right, let's play some defense. Max Strus still in the game. No lineup changes for the Cavs yet. Khalil Ware at the top. Good defense by Jarrett. Really disrupted him. Andrew Wiggins, 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Miami does not want to be in this position here where Wiggins, good defense, good defense. That's good defense. He just made it. Look at the shot you made him take. That's not what Wiggins wants to do. Get a screen here. Put Lil on your hip. Little floater. All right. Burks here.
Wiggins on the wing. Nice bounce past the band.
All right, it's 2 shots we let. That's a shot. We let him get to a spot there. You're my favorite, most listened to Cavs and Browns coverage for over 3 years. Frank, shout out to you, Frank West. All right. Ooh. Just threw it into Jarrett. Oh. He was fouled. No foul?
14-10 here in the first quarter. No technical difficulty. We'll be still on Candace back here in a minute.
Oh, that's what happened. Okay.
Hero,
all right.
isolation.
We got Hero at the top. Good deny. Good job denying. Late on the rotation. I think Strus is trying to say he was held.
A small run here after the timeout. Donovan Mitchell attacking.
It's going to be a game of runs. Darius. Oh, he's got the leverage here. Bam. Good shot. Good shot there.
Stop the bleeding a little bit.
All right, so they got Jarrett at the top of the key. They're going to try to switch that with Ware and get Ware on the alley-oop here, but the Cavs kind of denied that. Good force. Good rebound. Slow it down. All right. I don't know what Donovan was doing there. We might need a timeout. Yeah, call timeout.
Timeout Cavaliers. We'll be right back.
Well, everything that we loved about what they did in that first set there, the last couple of minutes, they kind of did the opposite of it, right? They played a little bit out their pace defensively. It's going to be a game of runs. Yeah, I think they had technical difficulties on TNT's side because the sideline reporter was doing the color commentary for a minute there. So I said, I got a busy week planned ahead. Yeah, it's a busy week. It's most definitely a busy week, but I prefer a busy week than a slow week, you know. So I'm excited for it. You know, the draft is going to be fun and exciting. That's going to be a fun stream to take part in. And then all the other streams that I do, I'm going to be doing stuff with the OBR that weekend. I'm going to be doing stuff with AFC North Talk. So super excited for the draft coverage stuff. And look, you know, the Cavs are playing so well. They got the 1 seed. So, you know, just super excited to be this busy, right? You know, love to be this busy. So, yeah, we from Travis Hunter to Evan Mobley, from you know, whoever's playing quarterback for the Browns to Donovan Mitchell. We're going to talk about it all this week live and in living color. I get a good break on live streams from basically the end of the Brown season to like about this point of the Cavs season. So, you know, I've had my nice little break from having to be live, watching these games live, and as often as I can, I'll try to be live for all the playoff games. There will be some times where I can't be live for a playoff game, right? Like if it's on a Saturday, it's probably not going to be live unless it's like a game 6 or 7. But yeah, a lot to do, a lot to look forward to. We got 111 people in chat. Let's see how many likes we got, though. You know what I mean? Let's see what the like number looking like. Hold on, let's see what this like number looking like. Where we at? I can't see it. Y'all lucky. Oh, that's why I can't see it. I'm looking at it from my own like channel. Well, you're lucky I can't see it. But I don't think the like counts where it needs to be. Let's go ahead and get them likes up. Start a run for the Cavs. You know, the better the like ratio is for this stream, the better the Cavs play, I've heard. There you go. Never Bloom said he liked it or said they liked it. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all in chat. Yeah, so the Cavs came out, played really crisp basketball in like the first 4 minutes. I think that last couple of minutes, not their crispest moment. But again, this is a 64-win team we're talking about. They're going to get the benefit of the doubt when they don't have the most crisp. Need a Cavalanche in likes. We'll probably get it in the third. And look, we've seen all of these game ones have been close up until halftime, except for the Oklahoma City game. And the Lakers game. My bad. That Lakers game was never close, too. So I expect this game up until the late part of the fourth quarter to be close. Cavs, their first rotation of the night. So it's the Darius Garland shift. All right, Ty Jerome's first playoff minutes. For the Cavs, at least. We got Sam Merrill out there, too. Interesting. So the two starters, Darius and Jared, are out there. Darius, first shot. It was a good look, though.
Really impressive dynamic.
All right, so this is where they're going to try to get Khalil Ware utilized, right? They got an athletic big out there. Cavs are going to be in situations where Darius now, because of the lineup change, is going to be switched on to Khalil. They're going to try to utilize him, especially with Bam off the floor. Am I correct? Is Bam off the floor? Yeah, Bam's off the floor right now. Good defense by DeAndre. He just made that. That's good defense.
They were in those games. They just couldn't execute at a half court. So let's see a lot of the burden be on Wiggins and be on Hero. But
that's good. Oh.
Mitchell did just that.
Offensive rebound by Allen. This is Ty Jerome, just announced tonight as a finalist for the NBA Sixth Man of the Year award. Andre Hunter.
All right, reset. Reset.
With this Miami was down 9 points. Taking their first lead of the night. Look at the defense by Ware.
Ooh, they're lucky we didn't get that challenge. I think that went off Jared's palm.
Where we talk about between Allen and Pio George there.
There you go. Darius going to need one to go in. His free throws are going to be good for him.
Charge that they would ice. His first. It's going to put Darius Garland at the free throw line for 2.
We got some Texas Cavs fans in the building.
Hey, Chuck, Mr. Barkley. That was the playoffs. Chuck, don't forget the
Darius makes the first.
I'm trying to do this fast before Shaq throws ping pong balls, and it pays out instantly. Who scores more points tonight? Tyler Hero or Donovan Mitchell? I'm gonna go with Donovan Mitchell.
And the second. Hopefully that gets him into a little bit more of a rhythm.
Tremendous concentration by
Oh, they got saved Davion Mitchell out there. He was critical for the Miami Heat in their play-in victory over Atlanta. Pretty much closed the game out for them.
Mitchell. The keys for the
He is a bulldog.
6 to shoot to Mitchell. Welcome against Merrill. This is the floater. Wiggins from deep.
Nah, man, Wiggins ain't making 3 of them bitches in a row. All right,
To start, Wiggins unable to hit.
get a pick and roll going.
This time of shot, you know, we got Mobley,
We got Ty.
Donovan Mitchell on the bench. This is where he's the focal. You have to take advantage of this matches.
Garland against him.
Good bucket. All right, Darius. There it is. There it is.
That puts the Cavaliers back in front, so they blow the 9-point lead. This thing has been intense right from the start. Mitchell went lob. Got down by Wiggins, reset Mitchell, back to Wiggins.
There you go. Good defense, Jared. Way to strip him.
Against him.
Oh, wait. Was that on the way up?
Fast break here.
Ty Jerome really wants a review.
See right here, Garland.
Nice little in, out, round. But right now, Miami's doing a good job of rim protecting.
What a luxury. What a luxury to have. You're Bam Adebayo, you have Terrell Greer, your defensive end.
It's beautiful compliment every time Weir steps on the
And Miami doing a good job of rim protecting.
He's taking the 15th overall pick.
They're going to bring back in Bam Adebayo, and is that Duncan Robinson?
Go behind the scenes and only one place. Download the NBA app today.
So they got Duncan at the wing.
So, of course, the band was put it all together. Eric Spoelstra.
I wonder if this means Ty gets more touches now.
Best playoff winning percentage on campus in the history of the league. Back-to-back title seasons in 2012, 2013.
Mastermind in the postseason. Talk about playing checkers. This man is playing chess at all times. Definitely allows his team to be.
Ooh, good pass. And then Mobley up and over. Up and over, big fella.
Cavaliers.
Oh, they're in that zone.
Mitchell picking up where he left.
They switched into the zone. Mitchell gets a bucket on it. Nice little floater. All right, way to get it going, Donovan.
Mitchell is the juice in the legs with the time off in his first game in 2 weeks.
So it's a smaller lineup for Miami. Is that on Donovan? Who's that on?
Looks like it'll be a side of the bounce here for Miami.
Right here, Mitchell.
Ugh.
Forcing the defense to collapse, and if you don't bring help because you're scared of the shot the Cavs have, Donovan Mitchell.
That's a crazy stat.
You see on the side,
They got Donovan Mitchell, second highest playoff game 1 points per game.
Just wild.
Below Michael Jordan, slightly below Michael Jordan.
Playoffs for Mitchell.
Bam, open 3. No good.
You see the pressure that kicks up way
Boy, the crowd really wants a Ty Jerome bucket. Oh, he was about to pull that bitch from half court. Back to Evan. Evan up. Evan through contact. Evan Mobley with 2 powerful buckets late in the first. They got Duncan Robinson through a screen. The rotation. And Donovan Mitchell's going to slam this one home. Spider with the 6-0 run.
Spider Mitchell unleashed. And Cleveland's got a lead.
Well, Donovan looks locked in. Cavs offensively have been able to get to where they want to get to. The Heat have been relying on a lot of offense from Andrew Wiggins in this first quarter. Ty Jerome 3. Bang, bang. Ty Jerome. Here we go.
Bangs in a 3. So Cleveland a little bit of a dry spell with the Heat making an early run, but they have ignited it again offensively.
We didn't contest it. No good. Here comes Savion.
Mitchell into the corner to Robinson. Look at the defense from Jerome.
And he just threw that boy into the stands. The Deshaun Watson special from Duncan Robinson. The receiver was nowhere near him.
Mitchell on Mitchell prime the ball back.
Somewhere Deshaun Watson's telling us that that's a decoy route. Ty Jerome with the ball now. Logo 3 tie. Oh my God. The roof would have exploded. All right, Bam's going to try to. No, he did not. He does not want to go at Evan. He had an opportunity to take Evan in the lane. He did not want it.
This is Mitchell. Short fight for it underneath.
I think that's going to be Miami's ball.
Touched by Miami.
Oh, Cavs ball.
That's right here.
Good catch. Good catch.
It's a highlight of my final 33 seconds of the quarter.
Oh my gosh, he almost made a one-legged leaning back fadeaway shot. Are they going to say that's not a shooting foul? Is that what they're debating right now?
Let's bring it 3D.
Hey, Ken, you talk about Davion Mitchell in the Hall.
It feels like it's a shoot. You can't tell from the close angle right now on TV.
Trey Young, excuse me. Let's see what he can do with Donovan Mitchell. He's off to a great start.
Now look, Davion, every time the Cavs have played Davion Mitchell, whether he's on the Raptors, was he on the Raptors before this?
Over in that Jimmy Butler trade. Spent some time in Sacramento, ended up in Toronto.
Yeah, whether he's been on the Raptors or on the Heat, he's been a pest for the Cleveland Cavaliers to deal with. So I would not take mini-me Donovan Mitchell lightly.
Shot clock, game clock. Mitchell defending.
Off the leg. Good defense.
And he creates a turnover.
And 3D said, Davion Mitchell's nickname is Off Night. Well, Spider, and proving right here that he can lock up his zone. Using his hands.
Part of taking that next step, becoming a champion, playing both ends of the
Ooh.
1 second. 2.
It's a tough shot.
Get us to the end of the quarter.
All right.
But Cleveland's defense, that
Cavs defense is showing up. Look, that's what you want to see. The shooting will be what the shooting is. Usually the shooting's pretty good for the Cleveland Cavaliers, right? So we're not worried about having to manifest offense with this team. We know we got plenty of offense to give anybody in the NBA, and we know this Cavs team is capable of going on those crazy, Warriors esque runs of just dropping like 20 on you real quick. So offense, I'm not coming into this postseason worried about offense. Anybody who comes in and tells you, the Cavs offense, you got to be worried about them. Don't listen to them. They don't know what they're talking about. They haven't watched the team. What you want to see with the Cavs is, okay, the defensive effort at times this season has been not what you want it to be. That's been the big question. Is it a switch you can flip, or is it just consistency on the defensive end, because that's just who we are? I tend to think it was just a switch they can flip, right? Because the Cavs are usually a pretty dominant defensive team. What we saw in that first portion of this game is that, right? They've locked in pretty well defensively. Were there some over rotations here and there? Yes. That led to some open shots? Yes. You want to clean those up. But against an opponent like Miami that does not have the snipers that can kill you with that, it's worth noting that that could be part of the game plan, is to be really aggressive on some of these rotations because you're just not that scared of some of their shooters, right? Right now, I think Andrew Wiggins has been really a key part of keeping the Miami Heat in this game because he made 2 threes and a pretty nice looking floater. So that's a lot of what they got going. The Bam Adebayo stuff, whatever he has, you'll live with. Whatever Tyler Hero gets, you'll live with. I think the Cavs are making a bet that, hey, if we can make the lives difficult of those two and make them be a little bit more inefficient, we're going to have the offense to overwhelm you. Just wish Garland would move the ball a little bit more. Well, Garland was moving the ball a ton when he was in there with the starting lineup. But when he got out there with the first shift out there, he was a little bit more aggressive. I think that was more or less the plan, was to have Darius be aggressive. But I think Miami countered that plan pretty well with protecting the rim really well. Yeah, I wouldn't look. Let's not do the thing where we fixate on whatever Darius is or is not doing. Darius is fine, right? He was aggressive, trying to score in that first shift. I think that was intentional. I think Kenny wanted him to be aggressive because you want to try to see, okay, they went to a smaller lineup. Miami did. They took Bam Adebayo off the floor. Let's try to get some looks at the basket. And that's how you get looks at the basket, is with Darius Garland being aggressive towards the hoop. So I wouldn't read too much into that.
We welcome you back to downtown Cleveland. We mentioned exposed to his incredible postseason prowess. What a career experience. 17 seasons.
Cavs.
Trip to the playoffs, and a couple of seconds ago, he was hanging out with Dennis.
Pretty normal start to the first quarter for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Hey, 3D just get right to it. We just let Tyler Hero get a wide open 3 out the break. Oh, wide open 3 for Isaac. And shot that bitch off the side. Slow down, slow down, slow down. There you go, Ty. That's a 2. That's a 2. Ty's looking good. Ty's feeling good.
What did you see in that first quarter?
Well, in order for Miami to stay in this game, you have to be able to knock down the 3. And the Cavs, the top in the league.
Cavs are making offense very difficult for the Heat. What they call? Did he touch his hip or something? That's a pretty soft call in the playoffs.
Mitchell was first.
I wonder how quick the leash is going to be with Isaac Okoro during the playoffs.
Remember the first couple of days of February and early March the 5th, they lost 10 straight games. Skip that actually started here at campus in Cleveland. But there were a lot of close games during that stretch. Eric Spoelstra said it was kind of a blessing in disguise. Really got the focus of the team. Conversations that they've had. So they have put it all together here with some of the new pieces. Wiggins, you see the emergence of Davion Mitchell.
The faces of the franchise, a lot of that falls on me, and then not allowing the team to fall apart. They have had 17 losses since All-Star.
All right, Ty here.
A lot of that is just saying, but it makes you better because you do have to clean up the things that aren't going to come back to bite you in the playoffs.
Oh, they just blitzed Donovan Mitchell. Open 3 for Ty. I wouldn't do that. Isaac, get the fucking ball up. All right. There you go. Okay, there you go. That's why Isaac's on the floor. No foul.
Smith, Mobley.
Sam Merrill, that's off. Oh, no, that went in. It curved. Good hustle possession there from Cleveland. We're winning in second chance points, 9-0. Oh, great defense. Great defense. Evan Mobley just slid over and walled that thing off perfectly. That's crazy that like that none of that was a foul that we see right here. But they caught a foul on this Tyler Hero jumping up in the air.
You mentioned earlier that this was what the second most efficient defense that Cleveland put together this season in the history of the NBA. So they did just change the entire Jerome shot from a 2 to a 3, so there's just a score. It's an 8-point lead for Cleveland.
Bro, like seriously, why is this whistle so tight on Tyler Hero for whatever reason? Somebody brought it up in chat. That's crazy. We just played football 2 minutes ago. And then now they just called that? That's crazy. How many teams fouls that? Is that 3? Okay, slow-mo in the game now.
Especially in this half-court set.
You got it. Good save. Oh, Evan. Evan dropped it.
He's going to get it back. Second chance points starting to become the storyline in this game. 10-0 in that category, favoring Cleveland. They had 7 offensive rebounds for the Cavs.
Yes, and a lot of that was Jared Allen. Jared Allen turned the ball over.
Good defense by Evan. Way to alter that shot. Oh, and Mitchell just wanted it more. Oh, waiting to see if Donovan Mitchell runs back down the floor. He does. And Mitchell don't look right.
6-point game as we come up on a 9-minute mark left in the.
If you're a Cavs fan, hold your breath. You need Spider Mitchell.
Good shot by Ty.
It wasn't a significant angle.
Good Lord, Isaac. So I think Struce can check in for Donovan.
Measure those final 5 games, but the canvas right there jammed up that ankle.
Okay, it didn't look that bad. It didn't look bad.
Jerome Merrill sit being Wade has checked in.
Okay, they didn't take him off the floor. He's fine.
Max Strus back on the floor as well.
Cannot leave Davion open, man. He is the most annoying player. Do not leave his annoying ass any room.
Poster said, look, we always had a lot of intense guys. He's intense, but there's an outwardness with his intensity.
Not Ty Jerome, Max Strus.
Johnson for Strus.
Strus knocked down nice off the screen 3, but to your Eric Spoelstra did not say enough. We have competitive players on our team. Maybe it's
We got Bam in. They've been going to Tyler for a lot of offense here. Another. He ain't getting that.
Devastating finish by Adebayo.
there. He's talking about the ball touching paint.
Good bucket. Good bucket, Donovan. All right, he's fine. He's fine. Donovan's fine. Donovan's fine. All right, there we go. Inside out, cut, jumps, lands on the same foot. He's cool.
Donovan Mitchell doing a great job getting the paint, and then again, Davion Mitchell on the other side throws it up.
Was that Dean Wade that didn't box out?
Right there. What Davion Mitchell brings to the Heat: dribble penetration, getting into the teeth of the defense, and then allowing your bigs to get good.
That's what you got.
Well, speaking of being great, Cam, I was lucky enough to win an ACC.
45th point for Donovan Mitchell. They call it timeout.
We'll say that until we come back.
Look, over or under 2 altercations that Davion Mitchell is going to start with the Cavs during this series. Yeah, the ankle looks good. The ankle looks fine. Had me worried. Look, man, when I saw him go down and clutching something, oh man, I was I was worried. And he kind of labored on it. But he's cool. He's good. They were I think they were about to put somebody else in too. Someone said under. I think under because I don't think the series is going to last long enough to get to that point. You think cooler heads prevail? Yeah. I'd agree with that sentiment. I'm just saying, he the type of dude to just like start a fight just to get some shit going though. Like, you know, and I'm not gonna lie, I respect that policy. I respect that, you know. I'm not a hater of that. Do I think Evan looks more confident so far on offense? I think Evan looks like Evan right now. I wouldn't say Evan looks more confident than he normally does. I think Evan looks like how Evan normally does. Do we think it's a 4 or 5 game series if we had to guess? I always go 5. All right, experienced team, Eric Spoelstra. They're going to find a way to get one. But, yeah, I think it should be a 5 game series. Mobley has no rebounds. Let the game flow, you know. Jarrett was the one really pulling in rebounds when he was out there. And also when Evans out there, he's the only big. A lot of times they're pulling him away from the rim with Bam, and they're putting Bam at the top of the key, so the rebounds are just going elsewhere. We shouldn't really focus on who has a lot of rebounds, who doesn't. The Cavs are winning huge in second chance points right now, right? They're like plus 12 in second chance points. They're winning the rebounding battle, I believe, overall as well. So I wouldn't be too concerned about how many rebounds Evan has. Why is DeAndre Hunter getting no minutes? He played. Yeah, DeAndre got 6 minutes. He's played as much as Darius has. He just hasn't shot the ball a ton. Yeah, Ty has 4. Cavs are 15-8. The Cavs are up 7 in the rebound margin.
With this team, number 1 seed, first time for Cleveland since they won the NBA.
And the Cavs are going to 10 guys in the rotation so far.
16 here with an 9-point lead over Miami.
You know, as a city, once you win one championship, you want to win another one. Everybody.
Hey, good defense. Good job, Darius. Way to stick.
Great shot. The style of play. Talk about points per game, historic offensively. The Cavs don't have many areas that they just got to put it together.
Unbelievable turnaround. 16-1 improvement. See that.
Damn, man, that was a good look. It just didn't roll his way. The defense. We got too much defense out there right now. I don't love this lineup. Yeah. Good two-man game. I don't love this lineup because we got Okoro, Wade out there with Max Strus. Like, that means Darius the only one's going to be able to dribble.
Cleveland now has its biggest lead of the first quarter.
I don't know if he got that off in time. I guess they ain't got much offense out there either. Uh-oh. There you go. There we go. Yeah. Well, I didn't love the lineup Kenny threw out there, but I guess Kenny did a good job countering because they went to straight defense on their side too. And then Darius, pops off a couple. That really cleans things up. Cavs up 50-36. And again, it's just the natural attrition throughout the game, right? Like, okay, the Cavs, they're always going to be able to keep a couple of all-stars or at least one all-star on the floor at all times. And I think that's one of the secrets to the Cavs' success. They got two of everything, right? You need a guard who can get you a bucket. We got Donovan. We got Darius. We got Ty Jerome. You need an elite big. We got Jared. We got Evan Mobley. You need a wing that can shoot some threes. We got DeAndre Hunter, and to a much lesser extent, Dean Wade, right? Like, we got two of everything that we could throw at you. And it means that the Cavs just are going to have better depth. And now Miami's at the point where they're going to have to go to the end of their bench right now. They got Duncan Robinson out there, Haywood Haysmith, right? Kyle Anderson's been playing some minutes. They're going to have to dig into that part of their bench. And that's where things start to get dicey there. Now, the Cavs in that lineup did not have a lot of offense out there. I thought you should at least keep Ty Jerome in there, but he trusted Darius to go get him a bucket, and Darius went and got buckets. So, hey, he knows his team. He knows his team. By the way, we got 150 people in chat. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Yeah, 10 deep. I wonder how long they stay 10 deep in the playoffs because they're playing Sam Merrill 9 minutes in this game. Like they're not really deviating from what their rotation looked like in the regular season. Because right now, if you look at who hasn't played, it's all the usual suspects, right? Chuma, Jalen Tyson, Tristan Thompson, Javonte Green, Craig Porter. So, and Kenny's not just like putting Sam Merrill out there. Sam's played 9 minutes. Ty Jerome, obviously, he's going to play a ton of minutes. But Isaac Okoro's played 6 minutes so far. Like, this is the normal rotation. Are we going to be 10 deep versus Boston? I don't know. I don't know if we're going to go 10 deep rotation versus Boston. It depends. I don't know if the rotation is like guaranteed to shrink versus better teams. It's just like, okay, what can these guys provide you against these teams? Like, it depends on how they play in this series, right? That if they continue to go on with this lineup. I know that's not what you meant. I know it. But I have a family-friendly business to run here. Oh, we got a Darius Garland dick rider in chat, y'all. I guess he wanted attention. We got a Darius Garland dick rider. Chat, y'all let me know. Y'all want me to keep him in chat so y'all can dunk on him, or y'all want me to block him out so we ain't got to deal with it?
This postseason with this
My man been bitching about Darius Garland the whole first quarter.
NBA playoffs.
Oof. Jared Allen just moving out there on the perimeter.
Good defense, better offense. as a leader of the team.
All right, we'll keep him, chat. We'll keep him. Max Bruce. Max Bruce. Max Bruce. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Get on the floor. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Max Bruce. Oh, damn. Oh, don't get a foul, Isaac. Just let it happen. Yeah, you didn't have position. Don't turn 1 into 2. Well, don't turn 2 into 3. The Struce is loose. Nice little pass. Assist for Darius.
Makes it look easy. So Draymond Adebayo is going to walk back to the table. Candace, you didn't walk that last lineup before that break.
By the way, we got a super chat from Phil Cordis who says, I think it's a great recipe for success. Appreciate you, Phil. Everybody shout out Phil. All right. Ooh, Darius. Heating up. Heating up. Where's Well actually?
Ratings on the wing to Mitchell.
Oh, does he do this? No, he doesn't.
Offensive rebound. Smith out to Mitchell. It's a 3.
Bro, I swear to God, he is annoying.
Get within striking distance. It's how you end these quarters going into halftime. That can sometimes determine the game.
Mitchell 15 points.
Good pass by Darius. No foul called on Jared. He got hacked there.
Trying to get himself into the paint. Officials are going to get Jared.
Jared about to get a tank. Jared about to get a tank.
He was fouled. Candace at the other end. He is whistled for his first. The NBA on TNT is brought to you by.
Yo, is Tyler Hero like a Hall of Famer or something? Like, did I miss that part of his career?
House, Rocky scene, downtown Cleveland. With the Cavaliers up 13 points. Spoelstru's going to sneak a couple of minutes here. Hero as he takes a seat at the end of the bench.
Cavs go double big now.
The offense back through Bam.
We got the starting lineup plus DeAndre. So this is the closing lineup for the Cavs right here. Oh, Donovan Mitchell just went through him.
Topic of conversation's got to be that transition defense.
Good defense by Donovan Mitchell. Great job by Donovan Mitchell. Goes all the way to the top of the key to defend the ball. Comes back to Highsmith. And that's got to be a foul on Mitchell at some point.
This is why the officials on the whistle here against Cleveland.
On the imposter. Let's just call him the imposter. But you can't just try to go through Darius's face.
Cavs still pleading their case as Garland is hit with his second. Let's check in with Dennis.
Okay, and it's now that Donovan Mitchell's back in the ball game. We talk about less is more for him. When you win your first championship, when did you realize less was more for the team so you could win?
Daisy, that's an amazing question. I think that superstars like Donovan Mitchell talk about
Woo! That shit was ugly.
winning a championship. Sometimes it's not putting up more points. Sometimes it's unlocking your teammates and
Uh-oh.
getting more from them. Your choice to win a
A
championship.
little early there on the clock to shoot that for Donovan.
Desperately need Robinson.
Let's slow it down.
Series. They're going to have a shot to make it interesting. 12-point game.
Culture, you gotta be able to knock down threes with the Cavs. They understand the importance of ending quarters, and every possession matters. If they can get this within 10 into single digits, they've done themselves a huge favor.
Just DeAndre Hunter.
Good swing.
Ready to get Mitchell. Go to the hill.
There you go. Great job, Donovan.
Cleveland's lead back to 14 points. With inside of 2.
Bam hasn't really gotten going for Miami. Oh, Donovan with the strip gets the ball. Did he get a timeout? Yeah. There you go, Donovan. Who wanted more?
Not only the offensive end is he's getting buckets, but he's locking up.
Hey, man. Kendrick Perkins said that dude doesn't defend. Kendrick Perkins says that guy doesn't know what to do if he gets a big matched up on him. Kendrick Perkins said that guy, he doesn't defend. He's like Steph Curry in the post. That's what Kendrick Perkins done said. Y'all remember that? He not winning this jump ball. Oh, the Cavs win it. And he got fouled.
So with 1:38 left before halftime, Cleveland will inbound 18 on the 24 as they try to expand on a 14-point lead. Since team started the year with 15 straight wins and 3 different winning streaks that they have this year of 12 games or more.
Man, the Cavs are this is what's frightening about what just happened. The Cavs are outworking the Miami Heat, and they're the ones that are up right now, right? Like if anybody had an excuse to put their foot off the gas, it would be the Cavs. Oh, he's so lucky. That's an immediate timeout. Good defense by Jarrett. Not a great box out by Evan. Evan's got to box that out a little cleaner than that.
Little plays really big for them off the bench Friday night in Atlanta.
His length, his athleticism.
That's us.
Tyler Hero is going to check in a little peek at the upcoming national playoff schedule. TNT tomorrow, game 2 between New York and Detroit. Clippers, Denver, what an amazing series. Right?
How many of us got PTSD when you saw the end of bad pass?
Tuesday against Minnesota.
Oh, Jared blocked it.
Off a broken play, missed it. Wiggins.
Don't give him 2 shots at it. He missed it.
We'll get a better look than that.
Is that on Jarrett? How's that on? Did Jarrett like shit in the referee's Cheerios this morning? Like, what the fuck?
This though right here, Spiro. You see that contest by Allen getting his hand.
Oh God, I know that hurt his wrist.
That was a defensive play right there. Just hustling back.
Some unreal defense, both ends from both of these two teams. It's on the first of 2 with 40.7 seconds now left before halftime. So despite the turnover issues, despite Cleveland's offense cooking, they have this Miami a real chance to cut this thing now down to single digits here before the break.
This is a chance for Miami. That free throw had gone to get a stop and a score in this.
Mitchell, Lakers.
Could have been a foul call.
2 for 1. Underneath by Cavs. 30.2 seconds left in a half. Mitchell 6 of 12 has missed all 5 of his threes in a half. He's played 17 plus minutes.
DeAndre taking the challenge right here.
They're exposed to Tyler Hero looking over to his coach. 8 to shoot. He won his half hours. And defense Hero on a switch. One
The defense. He made it. That's good defense.
Good time, final seconds. Darling looking for some pain. A little bit of contact. Nothing. And the Cavaliers will not get it.
All right. Going into the half, +8 here for the Cavs. So 54-62, Cavs have the lead. I mean, they look fine, right? They look like the Cavs right now against the Miami Heat. Like, there's not been an especially amazing game from Cleveland. What are they shooting from 3 right now? They're shooting about 42.9% from 3. 53% from the floor. So they're doing good from the floor here. Darius is 4 for 10. Donovan is 6 for 12. Max Strus is 3 for 4 here. So yeah, pretty normal night. I think Jared's probably a little bit more off than he usually is. He's 4 of 7. He's usually a 6 of 7 guy, but it's a really high standard to hold to him. It wasn't the cleanest sequences to end it, but you still end with an 8-point lead there. So I wouldn't call it a win for the Miami. A win for Miami would have been bringing this to 2 possessions. Being down 8's not a win at halftime. So, and you still lost a quarter because the Cavs were 31-30 in the quarter. So no shot that this is considered a win for Miami in the first half. See here. And then, like, keep in mind, you're up 8 on Miami, and Miami shot 50% from 3. What does Miami shoot normally from 3? Let's see here. Let's look at their team stats. They are a collective. Yeah, they're a 36.7% 3-point shooting team. So right now, they're shooting 15 percentage points above average. They're going to cool down a little bit for sure. But even if, like, they're having a hot 3-point shooting run right now, they're at 50%. They're still down 8. And they can't really get the shots that they want to right now. I think the best thing for the Cavs right now is you've really limited what Bam has been trying to do and really forced them to lean on a lot of Tyler Hero. And 2 of Tyler Hero's threes have come from second chance opportunities. So really not even anything you're overly concerned about. The rebounding battle, you're still winning that 20-17. So I'm not too concerned about that. The Cavs were really dominant in the first quarter of this game with rebounding. I think Miami kind of fought back into it. That's to be expected. But they're really, like, relying on a ton of Tyler Hero shots. 5 of 12 from Tyler. That's probably going to come down a little bit, hopefully. And they don't seem to be able to get much going here for Bam, because he only has 9 points right now in 18 minutes. I think they would have probably preferred he would be the up man right now. And that's the thing with them. If Bam's the up man, then you're good. Yeah, Cavs going to flow into this game, man. Right now the Cavs are also playing, like, their whole rotation right now. Like, if you look at their bench, Dean Wade has had 5 minutes. DeAndre played 10. Isaac has played 8. Ty Jerome 9. Sam Merrill 9. So they're playing a lot of guys here, and they're going to flow into the game at proper points. Let's try to listen to the halftime show real quick.
Donovan Mitchell's first game in 2 weeks. It's game 1 of the first rounder against the Miami Heat.
Yeah, if you're the Cavs right now, Donovan's not shooting well from 3, so he's 0 of 5 from 3. Still very productive for you, still 6 of 12 from the floor. So 50% from the floor, 15 points. Darius is not shooting well either, so you're a combined 2 of 10 from Darius and Donovan from 3, and you're still up 8. You expect those numbers to get better, or guys like Ty Jerome and everybody else on the team, DeAndre Hunter, start making some shots, open that up for you. Offensive rebounding wise, you're still out rebounding the Heat. You're out rebounding them both on the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball.
Because if they obviously favor it, but they know, like, that's Eric Spoelstra over there, that's Bam over there, that's Tyler Hero over there. So I think this is going to be a good little series for the Cavs, because they can't screw around with Miami.
Donovan Mitchell 6 out of 12 in the first half for his 15 points, and his performance and that of his backcourt mate Darius Garland.
Be right back, yo.
Comprise our American Express teammates as they combine for 20.
overextend on the three, you allow the driving lanes to the baskets, and I don't think you can give layups to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Everyone talks about this NBA of threes. I don't think it's layup. You got Strus here, so you say you start overextending the Garland, you start overextending the Strus, and then all of a sudden, Jared Allen gets an easy pick and roll to the basket because you're overextending, and everyone's worried about the three-point line. You have to play honest against the guys. Again, overextend on the three.
And this is what Kenny's talking about, and why I'm like, I think the 3-point percentages are going to start to balance out here. So they're going to make that point in their halftime meeting, right? They're going to say to themselves, hey, we're overextending at the 3-point line on Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell. We're allowing a lot of easy rollers to the basket. So let's adjust that. Let's give less pressure on the 3-point line and not let Jared Allen roll easy to the basket or Evan Mobley roll easy to the basket here, right? Let's slow that down because right now Darius and Donovan are 2 for 10. Well, once you do that, you're going to make the looks that those two are getting a lot simpler, a lot easier, cleaner. They're probably going to make more of those looks.
We're going to get the ball. He needs to go quick.
But yeah, how many turnovers did they force on? Yeah, they got 3 turnovers forced on Andrew Wiggins, 1 on Bam, and then 2 on Duncan Robinson.
Not being physical back with the team.
And the Cavs, let's see, what's the turnover margin? 8-5, so the Cavs are +3 in turnover margin as well.
Cleveland gets out, fans involved, everybody involved. So in order for Miami to have a chance, they definitely have to take.
The Cavs' 3-point defense wasn't that bad this year. Like other years, you can make that point, but the Cavs' 3-point defense in this year, I don't think it was that bad. All right, man. I forget when I do these live streams. Sometimes chat just likes to overreact to stuff. Y'all, we're up 8. We're up 8, and Miami shooting 50% from 3. In the immortal words of LeBron James, we good. Like, we good, y'all. We good. Y'all acting like we down 8. Let's relax. Let's take a deep breath here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. If you're like this in game 1 of the first round, if the Cavs make a deep run, we ain't gonna make it. All right, y'all ain't gonna make it. So let's take a deep breath here. We're up 8. We're up 8, y'all. And Tyler Hero, he's only he's 5 of 12 from the floor right now. Like the Cavs are doing a good job defending him. He's just getting some second chance opportunities that the Heat have been able to get from like hustle plays from like Davion Mitchell. Let's relax. Let's take a deep breath and relax, y'all. We good. All right. We got 64 wins. They have 37. We've beat them every time we played them in the mostly every time we played them in the regular season. We know we're the better team than them. Let's relax. We are not trying to upset the Miami Heat. They are trying to upset us, right? So they need to play way better to upset the Cavaliers than they're playing right now. Let's relax. Take the deep breath. It's okay. I know a lot of y'all got the Browns in your mind. This is not the Browns. Okay? This is not the Browns. Let's leave that shit at the lake. This is not that. Let's focus in, y'all. Let's focus in. Is anybody watching WrestleMania? I watched it yesterday. Obviously, I'm not watching it today. This is a championship-winning organization in our lifetimes. Let's relax, okay? Like we good, y'all. We good. Take a deep breath. Yeah, I mean, like this game is going how a lot of the games the Cavs have won this year go, where it's a little tight at halftime. Maybe the Cavs don't close out a quarter or the half really strong. and then like they come out in the third or the late fourth and they pull away. We just saw Boston for like 3 quarters was really tooth and nail with the Orlando Magic, and then they pulled away in the fourth. All of these games, outside of 2 of them, in the first round, they've been close, right? Or at least close for the first half or close for the third quarter. This is what playoff basketball looks like. They're going to have moments, right? The Miami Heat aren't in the playoffs, didn't win the play-in by happenstance. They're not a pushover. They're going to have moments. They're going to have runs in the game. You know, they're going to take the lead at times. But it is what it is. Someone said, why can't WWE make pay-per-views as good as AEW does? I think that has to do with how they sell the pay-per-views, to be honest with you. Because I was watching WrestleMania last night, and I was like, wow. This is basically a television event with as many ads as they put on the show now. And I think that makes it so that it's only going to be but so good, right? Like you can have some really special shows, but the big ones like WrestleMania, I don't know. It's just too many commercial breaks that break up the action. There's always like some kind of like product placement. And that has to do with how they sell you the pay-per-view because it's $4.99 a month on Peacock, right? So they need to make that money by selling to advertisers, which means the show gets a little bloated. RC, calm the fuck down. Shut the fuck up about the last 4 minutes of the goddamn half. It's okay. You see, look, I was peaceful. This is why I don't stream on the top. Y'all brought me back to anger. RC, calm the fuck down. Okay? Calm the fuck down. They're up 8. Fucking relax. Goodness great. I'm glad you're not coaching the Cavs because you're in there. You'd be freaking out right now. I'm freaking the rest of the team out. Fucking relax. You are fucking up the vibes, RC. Relax, man. We good. Damn. We've been talking about them damn 2 points they got in the last 4. It happens. Relax. The Cavs win a championship. We're going to be like, yeah, but man, they didn't score more than 2 points last 4 minutes of the half. Like, let's fucking relax. All right. Jeez. Like, I get it. You're worried. You don't love that. But this is the playoffs. They're going to do stuff that you do not love. They're going to have moments that are not great. This is not a winner go home situation. This is game 1 of the first round. Okay? Like, we gotta relax. Okay? We gotta relax. It is game 1. Even if the Cavs lose this game, it's not that big of a deal. Okay? I think we be reacting to shit like it's football. This is not football. This is not the same format as football. It's a different beast. It's a different flow. Just let the flow happen. Yeah, I do think Kenny's trying some shit. Or seeing what stuff looks like. Yeah, if we were down 15, I'd be more upset. But we're up 8. That's bold. That's bold. Frank, that's bold what you just said there.
Or go hand in hand.
Honestly, I don't even think Tristan sees the garbage time lineups anymore. Like, I'd be surprised if I think it's going to be Chuma in the garbage. If we get garbage time, it's going to be Chuma, Isaac, Dean, Javante, Craig.
see Cleveland up 62-54. Happy Easter again. Welcome back to Cleveland. Spirit Adidas Candace Sparkle here from 3D here in just a couple of minutes. Really?
Maybe it's Sparrow Adidas, right? Maybe it's Sparrow Adidas got us thinking this is a Browns game, right? Because we used to hear Sparrow on CBS. We're like, oh my God, it's the Browns. It's not the Browns, y'all. It's not the Browns. All right, Cavs.
Into this thing by on the defensive end and making the chance turn the ball.
Good defense.
The second half of the turnover. Just can't seem to get
Damn.
cleaned up as Bam Adebayo on the bear hug, knocking Donovan Mitchell to the deck. Miami Heat team Kansas that made their way here with the two playing road wins. Wednesday in Chicago, Friday night, the overtime thriller in Atlanta. It's obviously a piece that they are trying to handle here in Cleveland. Donovan Mitchell to the free throw line.
Someone said they need to see one Jared Allen fight. All right, man. All right, where's my guy at? Where's RC at? RC, you can relax. They scored a fucking point. We're good. We're good, RC. 3 points in the last 4 minutes.
We just gotta love the intensity from Bam Adebayo.
You take that. You'll take that.
Cleared by Mobley.
Evan aggressive here on offense. Oh, got the putback.
He's gonna be out the way as Mobley gets that nice finish in the paint.
Good stuff by Evan Mobley. All right, Max Strus on Tyler. They're going to call off the pick and roll for Khalil. Khalil has the ball at the top of the key. Picks up his dribble. All right, we got Donovan on Bam. Jared's going to rotate over to help. Little fade back jumper. Bam, cashes it. That was nasty. Darius gets a Jared Allen screen. Okay, that's easy lane. Oh my God, he went up and around. He did not have to do any of that shit. Wow.
Mitchell mesmerizing, taking him to the schoolyard here in Cleveland. His 3-point shooting.
He let him get to his spot there.
Strong offensive performance on a little bit of a late whistle. Appeared to be contact with Mobley pleading in his case.
You see Spider Mitchell taking it to
Ooh.
oh, MJ. I got it tread lightly. A little right hand, finishing with the left, a la. We'll just say.
I think Candace Parker is a fan of Donovan Mitchell. I think it's safe to say.
Okay, we check in with Candace, where you going with that, man? I did do what you asked. I talked to Jared Allen. I asked him what was the problem in the first half, why you couldn't put the Heat asleep. He said the details, the turnovers, paying attention to the little things, the offensive end, continue to move the ball. That's why they're back at 10.
And he'd understand that the Cavs left the door open.
Gotta get the rebound there. You can't give him an open floater.
Second chance points, but again, Miami does a great job of staying in games. And they do it on the defensive end, and they do it in closing quarters.
We can always expect from their exposed to teams.
Evan, shoot that.
This group has shown over the last couple of weeks that
It's a good look.
Cleveland
Fine with these looks.
come up empty on that trip and look up. We got an 8-point game. Taking attack against Strus. He come up empty on that trip.
Oh, Donovan. He hasn't made a three yet. Darius has only made one. There it is. That was deep. Deep three.
Doing a great job in the minutes where he's been the focal point of the offense, and also doing a great job in the minutes where he's playing number 2 option on the catch and shoot.
That was Jared Allen's
They're really aggressive there on the Khalil Ware handoff.
connects from
Burks just smacks a three there.
just like that. It's back to an 8-point deficit. 6 points for Burks.
Pick and roll, Evan Mobley.
His defensive prowess hero.
Cavs get a new. They get a new clock. No.
And everybody in the league knows that if you are going to battle the Cavs, you got to be able to shoot with them beyond the arc. It is going to be a shootout with each team having 10 made threes on the night. But again, you have to counter their ability to get to the paint as well, especially with guys like Mobley and Allen, Donovan Mitchell.
Our inbound stuff is not great. Kickball. That's the new clock. 14. That's a bad violation for Miami to get right there.
In terms of accuracy, Miami though was pretty good, just outside the top 10.
But what a lot of people don't know is the Cavs are number 1 in the NBA in 2-point field goal percentage. So they do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, which allows each of which the 3-point line to unlock and unleash the mid post and the slashing and driving. And then also the twos to unlock the catch and shoot threes.
So much balance with
Good shot, Darius.
his mid-range game. Dallas put together, he's got 17 points. Hero getting reset.
I don't think he wants this.
This is what makes Mobley so unique. His size defending on the perimeter. Too much.
Yeah, he had to shoot over Evan. That wasn't going to make that floater go.
Mitchell, no look to the corner of Mobley.
We can't get a foul call to save our lives in the paint. What? What? They called that shit late as hell. They called on Donovan for the reach.
Whistle was there contact first.
Man, why are you showing this shit?
Making it a tough shot for Hero. And then again, Bam Adebayo.
Y'all waited till the ball didn't go in to call a foul. What is that? What is the foul?
No, Mitchell didn't get him. Maybe it was.
How do you call that?
Goes to the free throw line for 2.
Who got the fucking foul?
We announced earlier tonight one of the 3 finalists for the NBA's defensive
Ball don't lie.
year.
Ball don't lie. Ball don't lie.
His fires on his first.
How many fouls is that on Mobley?
Challenge presented by Castro for your chance to win big. Play free NBA.com/bracket or on the NBA app.
It's gonna be like that tonight, huh? That's what it's gonna be like tonight, huh?
So just inside the 8-minute mark, Mitchell trying to recover possession back, nearly lost it underneath with 13 seconds to shoot. Fascinating to watch Eric Spoelstra try to get his defense.
Oh my God. Boy, our sideline out of bounds stuff is not great. Oh, way to get in the way of that. That was there.
Having a mismatch. Garland and Mobley Xing out on this right here. And Mobley coming from the weak side help. And that is why he is a contender for the defensive player of the year. He anchors this Cavs defense.
Just appreciate, look, this is not your typical 1-8 matchup. As Kenny Atkinson said, we don't look at Miami as an 8 seed. Championship pedigree that they've got. Team that went to the finals 2 years ago.
Nah, it's way too good of a shot to let him get late. You pay the price. You pay the price. You had to force a more shot than that.
Once again, Miami showing a fight.
All right, there you go.
To create that space, just masterful.
And Garland last year, you talked about the playoffs, there were a lot of question marks. So whether this Garland, Donovan Mitchell, that would work and continue for a championship. But Garland in this first game has shown no signs of hesitation or doubt. He's done a great job in his minutes thus far.
Hero shot clock is 7.
Good defense. Boy, Wiggs had a lot of turnovers there. Way to play that one. The hesitation in the air. Wow. That was a masterful bucket by Donovan Mitchell. Goes in there, forces the man to jump, knows he has somebody on his hip, and then hesitates in midair. Midair. Woo. No, Tony Brothers ain't one of the referees. If Tony Brothers was one of the referees, you'd know, because Tony Brothers makes sure you know he a referee. Right now, you got 20 from Donovan, 19 from Darius. Still have not made a ton of threes, right? Donovan's 0 for 6, hasn't made a single three in this game, but still above water in field goal percentage. And then Darius, 3 for 6 from 3. Tyler Hero. He's with 6 of 15 right now. Bam's 5 of 12 with 13. And right now the Cavs are winning the quarter 14-11. Do I think the Heat are making lucky shots? No. Heat are making good shots. Yeah. Are people still like? I know we got the one dude in chat who always complains about Darius Garland, but like, are people really complaining about Darius Garland? Because what, Darius got 22 and 5, 19 and 5 right now.
More, but you can find your way to into a credit card.
Y'all just be finding things to be unhappy about sometimes. Like now you're bitching about DeAndre Hunter not having points here. Like, try to enjoy the fucking team.
What about celebrity golfer? Do you really want to know?
New customers pay $5 and get $250 in bonus bets if you win. FanDuel, America's #1 sports book.
This is the best, right? Wrong. Clorox measured people's brain waves while they tried stuff. Massages, dogs, cleaning, nails, a treat. And the results? Oh, is right.
Back in Cleveland, they'll look at that last 8 points. Mitchell just
Look at that. Headsy, get him in the air, and then hesitates in midair. He knows what he did.
He looks rejuvenated, especially going to the basket. Not shooting well from beyond the 0 of 6, but when you're down at Mitchell, you can do other things, and he realized that. He's not any aspect of the game today.
and hesitation to create that little bit of space that he needed. So Mitchell gets a breather. And impressively tonight, 20 points on the night that he hit a three, as Candace just alluded to. This was Jerome, little leader, off balance. I mean, again, playing with life, within 9. We play with 5.5 left in the quarter.
So you got Jerome in, Merrill.
17 seed,
Boy, Wiggins is not. I wouldn't try Sam Merrill if I were to Heat with Wiggins, because he's been turning the ball over, and Sam Merrill is a turnover forcer. We're gonna get DeAndre going here.
They wanted to get Wiggins in the post, but Merrill did a great job.
That's a good look at it.
Doesn't have numbers.
DeAndre, oh no, they gonna call that goaltend? What's on the way down?
This is a 7-point game. We're just inside of 5 minutes now left in the quarter. Davion Mitchell just keeps giving exposed to some.
No. Oh, they're saying it's in the cylinder?
Right here, looks like it's coming down. I think that's a great call, but again,
It's too tight to challenge. I wouldn't challenge it.
the Heat to get back into the game and see what Garland can do on the offensive end, because the Cavs defensively, when they can set their defense in the half court, they're at their best. You allow Miami to get up and down, especially with Bam Adebayo in the middle of the court operating with shooters around them. It's going to be a tough stretch for the Cavs.
So out of bounds for Cleveland, second personal on Davion.
What happened to his neck?
Against the Heat. Jerome in here to Garland. Takes over the reins of the offense with Mitchell on the bench. Then the season part into the Canadian.
Whew. That puts Darius at 21.
Tonight with 21 points for Canadian.
And the defense, I think, for Darius has been much better than, people give him credit for tonight.
That's a great shot by
All right, this is our turn.
He's taken more threes this year than he has in his career. I think it's more
Hi, Jerome. All right, this is our chance here. If we want it to snow, this is where you let it snow.
At one end and then Jerome at the other. Look at the points in the paint for the Cleveland Cavaliers. It goes all the way through.
That's a bad shot. Good rebound. Oh,
Bit of contact underneath. Side of the bounce coming up here for Cleveland.
It's not Jerome coming off your bench. DeAndre Hunter coming off your bench. Jerome cannot.
there you go.
But it's the paint flexes a little bit.
You fly, no lie. You know this.
Only 2 games as we take a look at our FanDuel Live point spread for tonight's game, where it started and where we are currently. The Cavs holding this 11-point lead. The defensive sequence for the Heat. Jerome, long three, missed it.
Great job, Mo. Oh, how did he keep a handle on that? Oh, he's turned up.
Mitchell is on a mission.
All right, this is where it can happen here. If the Heat aren't careful, this is when the Cavs like to go on runs.
But there is something about playoff Mitchell. He's starting to percolate into the Cavs. Here comes the other Mitchell to Wiggins for the 3-and-court.
Okay, the Cavs.
With his offense.
Watch behind you. I saw the vision.
But the Cavaliers starting to put it all together.
Woo.
Mitchell putting them on his back.
So far, it's been the Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland third quarter here. The Cavs have outscored the Heat by 5 points. So 20-15 so far here in the third. Miami's 3-point percentage. Remember, we talked about it. They were 50% at halftime. I was like, that's not going to hold. You look at it right now, good way through the third quarter. It's dropped from 50 to 43.5. Miami hasn't made a three since the first half. This is why I wasn't in like any kind of worry mode at halftime. You knew those percentages were going to drop. They haven't been able to get good looks for Bam Adebayo on a consistent basis. That's why he's shot in 2 threes in this half right now. And Wiggins has been a disaster for Miami in the third quarter today. He's been turning the ball over all game. Defensively, the Cavs have been able to get right to his chest. And when he only has 10 points, I don't believe he's put up any points in the second half either. And then even with like Tyler Hero, he was at 17 at half. He's only given him 2 in this quarter. No, this team, like they understand what time it is there, right? They made a couple of shots. They realize, oh, the Heat are cold right now. This is our chance. If we want to go on a run, let's go on a run right now. You saw the Cavs' energy pick up because they knew they needed to go on a run. This is what I've been saying all year about the Cavs, why I feel like it's so different than any discussion that people have had about them, about what they've done in the past, is because this Cavs team has that feeling. They have that understanding of, okay, this is the time in the game to make something happen. You know, they don't always have to be in their fastest gear, right? They know how to transition smoothly and get through the game smoothly. Right. A lot of times you learn with stuff like racing. If you're racing with your feet or with the car, it's not about how fast you can go at your peak. It's about how well you can control your speed and how efficiently you use your energy in a race. And that's what the Cavs understand, right? In previous years, they would just try to go full speed in times of concern. Now it's like they understand, okay, we need to gear down a little bit here, turn up a little bit here. That's really the difference. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell's 0 for 7 from 3. He hasn't made a 3 all game. And I remember when that kind of shit would keep Donovan from hooping, right? But Donovan doesn't make a 3. It doesn't really matter. He's 0 for 6 right now. He's got 22, and he's above water from the floor. So, okay, yeah, you'll take the 0 for 6 today. Darius Garland, he's getting you buckets at will, right? And then Ty Jerome comes in, gives you good, like 2-3 buckets. Quick, clean. Love it.
Hey! I know he shot it. What do you think that Mitchell's having fun? 22 points, 24 minutes, getting him fired up here in Cleveland. See you saw the Cavs get out to this 13-point lead. And just look at his build, his upper body strength. Such a unique talent, what he's got defensively.
You talk about absorbing hits. Donovan Mitchell delivers them. Talk about not shying away and Miami Heat go.
Oh, right at Bam. Oh. Evan just went right through the chest of Bam, tried to get a bucket.
Yeah, just watching Eric Spoelstra and that really talented Heat trying to figure out ways to slow down his.
No, you don't have to send 2 there.
And
Bam doing a great job cleaning up and hanging down there. The Duncan Robinson being such a great shooter. 2 fast players.
Damn. It ain't DeAndre Knight tonight.
Robinson been closed by Hunter.
Let the defense turn into offense for you. DeAndre got to make one of those bunnies. All right, they made their run back, right? Game of runs. You made your run. They answered back with the run. Okay, let's try to answer back with one. We talked about this in the pregame for this, well, in the Q&A before this game. The one thing I do like about playing Miami is that they're not going to just fold at first sign of difficulty. They're going to be a team that makes you have to put them away. And right now, that's what they're doing. They're going to stick around. If you want to put Miami away, you got to overwhelmingly put them away. And that's a skill set I think the Cavs need to have confidence that they can go to in the playoffs going forward. And if they can do that and accomplish that versus a team like Miami, it's going to give you plenty of opportunity to understand why that's important. Then, that's going to be a good thing in the long run. Someone said the lights are too bright for DeAndre. Didn't DeAndre go to a conference finals in Atlanta?
Couple of really good ones tomorrow.
Won a national championship, too.
TV Tuesday has the Bucks and Indiana. TNT Tuesday, Minnesota Lakers. This huge that is going to be with the Timberwolves taking the over.
Hey, the first three of the night for Donovan.
His first three tonight.
And Mitchell, rightfully so, had lived in the paint. 10 from 2 thus far in this game, but now 1 of 7 beyond the arc. And if you're Miami, one part of his game isn't flowing. But he gets those threes going. It's a long night.
Shot clock down to 6. Kyle picks it up into the corner to Davion Mitchell. It's Robinson. But that was all Davion Mitchell.
The ball touches paint, which is what Davion Mitchell does because he's so fast, so aggressive. Respect it.
But look like Donovan dribbled it off of his own foot. Turnover. Davion
Who's
Mitchell.
on the ground? They're not going to go away.
Davion Mitchell goes in. You know what? Does not want to score. Just drops the Cavs defense in and is able to find 3-point shooters for Miami. That's his textbook transition offense.
10-3 deep run. And this thing is down to 6. Jerome working in the corner. Robinson is going to be whistled here on a reach in the shot clock.
It's got to be a shooting foul. It's got to be a shooting foul. What do you think he was going to do?
31.6 left. Free throws coming up here for Cleveland. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook today and make every playoff moment more on America's #1 sportsbook. Reviews, Candace Parker.
There you go.
Mr. Bourbon, Chris Stan, rest of our TNT crew. So happy to have you with us here in Cleveland. Candace, what have you seen last couple of minutes with Miami trying to make some adjustments with their defense?
Well, they do it strategically. They also do it, obviously, on the offensive end.
There you go.
There's a reason why they're in the position they are, competing for championships year after year. Is because of the strategy. They come out in the zone, and they come out man-to-man. And then they're able to bring in the waves of the Duncan Robinson that can knock down threes. Counter that with the Tyler Hero you can put the ball in. Davion Mitchell contributed.
Out of 3 seconds to shoot, 10-11 in the corner, the bottom speed. Nobody's got like 2 seconds. Nobody's got a one stick. That's going to get us to the end of the quarter here in Cleveland.
Was that 8?
The Miami Heat.
So 25-25 tied quarter there. So Miami 25 points, Cleveland 25 points there in the quarter. Still feel pretty good about it. You're up 8 still, so that's where you ended the half on. So you didn't really gain anything, you didn't really lose anything. That's crazy though. Donovan is 10 for 17. What is he from 2? He's like 10 of 11 from 2. He's missed a 1 2-pointer in this game. Because like he's above water with 1 for 7 from 3. It's crazy. It's crazy. That is tough to do. But all right, we're entering our first fourth quarter of the postseason. I'll be right back, y'all. And be ready to
Series.
All right. It's the fourth quarter. Cavs are up 8.
All right, Kenny, we know
Let's hear what Kenny has to say.
you're gonna bring to the game. How you attack that zone here in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, we got a few wrinkles ourselves, but listen, they always change defenses. We just got to be smart, get in the middle with Evan, see if we can make some decisions there, spray outs, kick out threes.
How big is the control the board for y'all? You guys need to track it.
The only quarter that matters if you close it out strong is this one.
Right here, this here we go. 8 point lead. What did you think of what Kenny said?
Everything is right. The Cavs do have wrinkles. They cannot get stagnant against this Miami Heat zone. They know they're going to switch up their defenses. They have to stay on the attack. What this zone is doing is keeping Donovan Mitchell out the lane, which is what the Cavs have relied on this entire game as paint points.
Yeah, Cavs gonna have to make some shots here, some threes
They're dominating
to break the zone.
in the paint.
So I love going with Ty here to start.
Mitchell's going to inbound 5 seconds. Shoot. They work swiftly to get it to the front of the rim. Offensive rebound lead. Open layup. Extends to Dixon. That's a 3 short.
I don't blame McCoral for passing up a shot there. All right.
Unforced. Thanks for Miami. Kevin Heat turnovers. As we play in the opening minute of his fourth quarter. Last touch out of bounds underneath by Miami. Cleveland campus has missed 6 of its last 7.
Yeah, Cavs are 35% from 3 right now.
The key against the zone is to not pass out front, as you see.
Officials are actually talking about it. They're going to change the call.
How? Wait.
That was an interesting call. Looked like it was
It-
Robinson. Cavs fans seem to agree.
Kenny Atkinson, mild mannered on that Cavaliers bench. But there was that feeling of Miami is going to make this any kind of a series. This was the game that they wanted to have. Hit the ground running with the 2 planned road wins last fall. Way off to Cleveland. Would they be a little bit rusty as they're exposed to the company trying to catch them here? Will be a stunner in game 1.
Well, we've got a lot of experience in the playoffs. Robinson, Adebayo, Tyler Hero.
Good defense, Sam.
Typical state. So we've got guys on the team that understand what it takes to win in the postseason, winning 6 or 7 on the road, and as a lower seed, to win on the other team.
Merrill fights his way to the paint. And Mitchell, 11 to shoot. The matchup there, 2 Mitchells going at it. Mitchell.
No shot. We're going to give him 14, though, on the clock.
What he can do defensively is he's whistled for his 4th personal.
And what I love about the Miami Heat zone is they don't play it in large doses. They throw it at you when you're coming out of the timeout with a drawn-up play. And what it does is it takes the ball out of the hands of the designated player.
There you go. You go, Ty.
Difficult shot by Jerome. Made it look easy. It was not. He's got 14 off the bench. Mitchell on a jam. Roll line jumper. That's good.
And again,
Can't let Bam get to that foul line.
cross defenders.
You know he loves that elbow jumper.
18 in front of Mayo.
Oh,
Mitchell catch, shoot.
there we go. See, that'll break the zone.
$28 from Mitchell. He missed his first 7 from 3. He's in 2 straight. Swings back to 11 out of Bauer.
That's a good move by Bam.
For a guy his size.
He's a versatile big as well. They keep doing a great job playing through him at the mid-range.
Good change left to play. Early stages, 4th quarter.
Get it out. Get it out.
The line, the paint, the movement, O'Connor, But too much.
You had Donovan on the left wing.
3 minutes gone by. Here comes Mitchell to the racket. He puts it up and in.
Mitchell doing a great job not passing on that one, going head of the rim. Hesitant to come, but Strus, I can't
There you go. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, Darius is coming in.
Jerome, career highs across the board, every major statistic category.
I think Evan's going to be coming out.
His first three, he looks up, says, thank you. The shot that he's hit for, not the down.
7-point game with 8:20 left in regulation.
They'll give you that Okoro 3 all day. You got to take Okoro off the floor.
Davies and Mitchell going to get reset as we come up on the 8-minute mark. Right now, playing through out of bio. Double team with Mobley coming over. 5 seconds to shoot.
Good job. Good hustle, Okoro. Damn. Well, that's exactly what. Oh.
But Mitchell's fortunate that he didn't get teed up.
Duncan Robinson.
Like that. I like that.
Donovan Mitchell doesn't like it. Right here.
Yeah. Moving screen.
I agree. That's a foul.
He's fouled him.
And then Donovan Mitchell doesn't like it. Lucky he didn't get a technical on that play.
Boy, this thing has been intense right from the start. First ever playoff meeting between these two franchises.
Ty Jerome. Jerome in the house. There we go. They took Okoro off the floor. That's a travel.
Kenny Atkinson talked about that those supporting cast players, how important a role that they would have in this postseason. Where's Ty Jerome come to play tonight here in game one?
One way to get the Miami Heat out of their zone or their jump defense is to have shooters like Jerome come in and light it up. 14 made threes for Cleveland. Wiggins goes to the line for 2.
Second personal on Maryland Wiggins hits on the first. The NBA on TNT is brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Candace, what are you thinking about here? They're exposed for 7:26 left. Wiggins hits on both. We got an 8-point game.
Well, right here, I think with the amount of shooters we have on the floor, you got to match up. There's no more going after this. Miami's done a great job of being within striking distance, but right now they're going to have to rely on their half-court man-to-man defense to lock up the Cavs.
Shot clock is 7. One defended by Hero as he takes his turn on Jerome.
And one. Oh.
Jerome's going to the free throw line.
Eric Spoelstra
Tyler Hero gets a taste of his own medicine.
facing the sideline. Understand Russo, number 1 seed, gets a little bit of home cooking on that, but
No, I'm not gonna hear that shit. All them little fouls they gave Tyler Hero earlier. Come on.
And just crazy run it's been for Jerome. Remember, first round pick of Philly, never played a game for them after they took him in that 2019 draft. Traded the Phoenix 1 year, 2 years with the Thunder, 1 year with Golden State before finally landing with Cleveland in the summer of 23. Then the ankle injury, second game of the season next year. His first year with the Cavs, missed the entire rest of the year. I mentioned the fact that they didn't make any big roster changes, but to get him basically a new addition this year. What they one of the reasons why this team had won 60 games.
The defense.
Critical heat turnover. Jerome, 21 points, working on the perimeter. Into the corner.
Big three, Sam. Big three, Sam. Big three, Sam. There we go. There we go. Big minutes from Ty Jerome. Right there. Looks like Miami might make a bit of a run, right? They end the third on a little bit of a run, but the only quarter that matters how you finish, and I've been saying this all stream, right, because people have been freaking out about how the Cavs have been finishing quarters. The only quarter that matters how you finish is the fourth, right? So we'll see how they finish this quarter, but come out there, look like Miami might get on a little bit of a run, and you temp it, and now you've expanded the lead. Great job by Sam. Sam's been giving you good minutes today. I really do think Sam's been giving you good minutes today. Yeah, I think if it comes down to it, you got to have Sam take a Coral's minutes. Like if we go down to 9, I think Isaac's the first out, and you keep Sam in there. Because the thing about Sam is that he does provide decent defense. Like the same reason Okoro's out there, the same reason Sam, but Sam more willing to shoot. Like, I think Dean's probably first out and then Isaac's second out. If you look at the minutes, Dean had 5 today, and Isaac had 13. So I think that tells you who your first 2 out in the rotation is. I think Sam's made the 8-man. And good for him. He deserves it. 4 assists, 6 points. No turnovers. And I think he assisted in a steal. But he's been really helpful for the Cavs. Plus minus is 8. I wouldn't throw out Okoro entirely because look, Okoro just didn't make those shots. But also, like, to give Okoro credit, what he's been out there to do, which is hustle, get some rebounds, be physical, and play defense, he's done that well in this game. So I wouldn't shit on Isaac Okoro, right? It's just Sam can give you those same things, plus he can make shots, where Isaac can make shots sometimes, but not always a shot maker, you know? But I think the bottom of the bench, the default that Kenny wants to go to is taking Isaac and Dean Wade out. There's always like one person's like, yeah, man, you're way behind on the stream. That's intentional. Like, I make the stream have more of a delay because it's easier for you to pause your stream so I can catch up to it than for me to try to make sure my stream has no latency, which is something I can't guarantee. Not with consumer grade equipment. So that's why the delay is there, so you can pause it. And that's why the scoreboard's there at the bottom right, so you can time it up. Now we're in the final 6 minutes of the game. And I think it's about time that I bring them out. I bring out my sweet, spicy Cajun nuts. It's nut time, y'all. Are y'all ready?
Year-old head coach announces a finalist for the Coach of the Year. What has been just a remarkable year once tremendous that might be fascinating to hear him coach his team.
You ready for the nuts? Good defense. Good denying by Darius. Forcing a bad shot by Andrew. He doesn't make it. Cavs don't get the rebound. Good deny. Good deny. Great job, Darius. Darius Garland. Jared, it's the nuts. It's the nuts. Let's go. Nuts, nuts, nuts.
Maybe I mentioned this, but Tyler has not had a basket since the 10-minute mark.
A testament to this Cleveland defense. We talked about their offensive prowess.
Got him on his hip.
Defense is
Aaron! Let's go! Man!
Flex cam. I think that's 3 flexes on the night for Ty Jerome getting a tough and one right here against Tyler Hero.
If you've ever denied the power of these nuts, understand you are wrong.
holy smokes. At the balance, look at the score sheet for Cleveland. 23 for Jerome off the bench, Dawson Mitchell 28. Everyone knows what he's going to bring. 21 for Garland. Eddie Atkinson said, "You're going to be that fifth player for us. That next starter could be Jerome on certain nights." That's Miami with a turnover. Tyler Hero now. Frustration starting to boil over for Miami.
And Tyler Hero has had trouble.
We've kept them at arm's length all game. They've had their runs.
This is past defense. Hero drawing the same on that one, getting off the foul. Gotta be something that you gotta look at if you're Miami in ways to get Tyler Hero free.
Excellent defense here trying to stay in front of Jerome.
Oh, Ty Jerome's on a scorcher. Ty Jerome's on a scorcher.
It's his name. Jerome has 17 of the Cavs' last 25 points. Unreal. And then it's Davion Mitchell trying to keep the heat within striking distance.
Davion Mitchell drawing the assignment of Jerome.
Uh-oh. Deep three. Oh! 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 Ty Jerome!
He's got 20 points.
Somebody get a bucket!
He is making this place his own personal playground tonight. Smith spots up from 3.
No, sir.
Spruce.
All right. All right. All right, let's go. Let's go.
6 man.
Sam! Oh, that was a good look. Oh,
Davion Mitchell, quick 2. Kenny Atkins, he's going to get a timeout. Everyone's going to catch their breath. Ty Jerome stealing the show here in Cleveland.
Right here. Scattered report. Mike City the wonder. Tyler Jerome says not tonight.
I just want to make sure chat understands. Yeah, Ty Jerome went kind of crazy. Yeah, Ty Jerome started making shots and all of that. But that's not what caused that run. That's not what caused that three-point barrage. It was the sweet and spicy Cajun trail mix nuts. Yes. Yes. That is what caused the run. I've been knowing it all game. See, while y'all been panicking, talking, I'll be like, look, they don't even know I'm about to bring my nuts out. I'm like, chat doesn't even know. I'm about to bring my nuts out, and it's about to be raps, right? Like Miami hasn't been able to really put us in trouble, and my nuts have been in the cabinet this whole time. What they gonna do once I bring them nuts out? You know, they ain't got nothing for it. They ain't got nothing for these nuts, man. So, you know, I, for one, am not surprised. You know, Ty Jerome got the memo at the timeout. Q brought out the nuts. He knew what time it was. He'd been waiting all game. He'd been waiting all game for me to bring them out, man. And just did what I had to do. Did what I had to do. Hey, so you could thank Ty Jerome, you know what I mean? But understand, it doesn't happen if I don't bring out my sweet and spicy Cajun nuts. Absolutely. Hey, look, the Browns got 2 wins. Why? These nuts. Exactly. These nuts got the Browns 2 wins. That Browns team 2 wins. Unstoppable. Unstoppable. We will stop it right there. If anybody calls me Q Diddy and check, okay. No, we gonna have to stop that one right there. No, you're not about to compare me to that man ever. Put that man in timeout for 5 minutes. You missed out. Let's go. Somebody asked where they can get these nuts from. Aldi's. Get them at Aldi's, brother. Someone said, what happens if I lose my nuts or eat all the nuts? That's crazy. But what happens if I run out of my sweet and spicy Cajun nuts? I got a whole nother bag in the back. We good. We good. We good.
When your teammates see you rolling like that, Candace, they let you go. Jerome on fire.
Talking about Jerome coming out and countering that Miami Heat zone. He did it with pace, just like Kenny Atkinson said. Also did it with the ball in his hand, the attacking defense. I mean, they say role players for role play, right?
Hey, man, Ty Jerome not a role player. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
You would kiss on that place, bro.
He had this thing down to 5 points.
All right. All right. Little shit right there. You know what I mean?
His first basket, Candace, you hit it earlier, since the 10:01 mark of the third quarter.
Right here, Tyler Hero switches as he blows them. Yes, that might be it. We'll see when they come back.
Someone said, seen her Cody Rhodes today. Probably Cody Rhodes, right? Hey, man, you got to pay Ty Jerome, dog. He's so important. Like, he's so important. Yeah, Ty Jerome got you 28. He's a leading scorer right now. He's the leading scorer. He's the most efficient guy on the floor right now. We said this before. Look, this is what makes this Cavs team special. They got so many guys on this team that can give you 30 on a given night. Donovan can give you 30. Darius can give you 30. Ty can give you 30. You know, Evan can give you 30.
Just getting started on TNT. We will get you to Houston, game 1 of what promises.
What would I pay him? Whatever it takes.
Series, Steph getting himself warmed up. Jimmy Butler, game 1, Golden State and Houston. Game that'll tip right around 35 Eastern. Kevin Harlan, Reggie Miller, Ali LaForce. We will be watching the series that is going to be.
And Ime Udoka, loud and proud about holding back like 3 points the last time they played, but Tyler here on the drive.
This is, by the way, a coach's challenge. Kenny Atkinson notifying the officials the ball on the floor is a defensive foul against Max Strus. They gave Hero the continuation. Is Miami hoping to make one more push here? Canvas with 3:05 left.
Strus looked like he might have got him with the off arm. Now, whether the refs rule that as incidental contact or not, we shall see.
Review. There's no illegal contact out of the or Strus. Both the contacts are marginal. Therefore, there's no foul to play. The basket.
Good challenge.
The challenge is successful. So obtain their second challenge with all the inbound on the base.
Interesting. So, no whistle. They do give Hero the basket. It's one that you don't usually see officials all over it. With the crew here with David Guthrie, Courtney Kirkland, and Will Galen. But you're right, you hit it. The defense that Cleveland was playing on Tyler Hero, who had 38 in Chicago and then 30 on Friday, just sensational.
Tyler Hero.
Yeah, Kenny does have a crazy accurate challenge record. I think he's like 60%. He wins them. Crazy. I think everybody's team keep Ty Jerome. It's just, is it possible?
Contested jump shots he got all night.
Tyler Hero can just hop down with his 7 of 18 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3. 21 points. Officials are looking at the scoreboard operators. There's going to be something said.
Nah, Ty's inbounding.
But they're finally ready to go. So 114 to 98. Mitchell, Mobley, Garland, Jerome.
Yeah, Ty's in for Strus.
Cleveland Cavaliers that won seed in the East for the first time since their NBA championship season in 2016.
About time they call a foul. About time they call a foul. They should give him a tag. DJ Academics looking ass. Don't he look like DJ Academics?
Rolling. The Cavs are going to have to adjust to that as they got away with a lucky one throwing it over the top of Miami defense.
So penalty situation with Miami over the limit. Jared Allen, 26-year-old, 8th-year vet.
Good shot.
71% free throw shooter, hits on the first. The chase for the cup continues Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern with the Edmonton Oilers and the Los Angeles Kings.
Someone said nuts MVP. I agree. All right.
We're trying to figure out, is this Cleveland team ready to take that next step? Think of the 2-1 seeds. Cleveland in the East, Oklahoma City in the West. Two exceptional, remarkable seasons. But until you do it, Kansas, in the playoffs, those questions will always be there.
It's a great test for the Miami team that not many one seeds.
Oh, they're boxing one in?
He can say, the Cavs welcomed it. They want this test because it's going to make it better for later. Whatever later might be.
Mitchell poked away by Wiggins, Garland.
Oh! 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 Wow! Wow! That's a backbreaker. That is a backbreaker. They get a bucket here. That's going to break the back. Yeah, they're putting Hawkes in. That's a backbreaker. They're clearing the bench. They're clearing the bench. Okay, he tried to give him the Gar fuck you 3. Wait a minute. Ty Jerome, give it to Ty. Let Ty shoot it. Okay, they go foul. Yeah, they waved the white flag. They waved the white flag. That's game. That's game. That's game. We're getting 90 seconds of Tristan Thompson.
Done from their back. Right here, this is what I'm talking about.
And then I got your back.
Has had solid decision making today.
The tongue out.
He's got these balls. Got to the free throw line. I mean, that's what you want from your leader. When you talk about their backcourt, 28 and 27 for Garland, and then Ty Jerome coming in with 28 points.
Yeah, they cleared the bench out. They put in Hawkes. Yeah, they're done. All I know is the second I brought my nuts out, the game ended. That's all I know. That's all I know. How you like how they finished this quarter, dog? Who was the dude yelling at me about the goddamn how they finished the quarter? How you like how they finished the quarter here? You like that? You like that, Tasman? You like that?
players.
Yeah, you like that? Write in chat. Write in chat.
Between the coach and his
Write in chat, Taz. Do you like that? How do these nuts taste in your mouth right now, brother?
Donovan Mitchell rightfully so gets a standing ovation off the court in game one. A lot more work to do, but this has been so
No Tristan minutes.
set their tone. Countering the Miami Heat runs. That's what Dallas thinks as an upper seed is when Donovan Mitchell silencing it, Jerome silencing it. I mean, huge day.
So that little moment between Sid and Mitchell. Those two hoping to have 15 more of these wins to take their first steps into the NBA postseason. This is the Wade. So we're playing an inside of
Oh, shit.
a three from Jalen Tyson and an offensive rebound tracked down by Craig Porter Jr. Both coaches have emptied their benches. 45 seconds waiting. There's need for
Oh, Craig.
Comes Miami. Jovic to the corner. This is Sunday. Rotation player.
Damn.
This Miami team last year has fallen out of the mix.
Amani is not in the game, dog. Amani not on the roster right now.
Difficult to sit for that long and come in and knock down a jump shot. But the Cavs have to be fouled the way that they played today. It's one thing to do what you do in the regular season. It's another thing to be tested by a Miami Heat franchise that's used to being there in game one. There's a lot of change that's going to happen within this series. There's going to be adjustments you got to expect from Eric Spoelstra, but as a whole, the Cavs being able to do it without shooting tremendous from beyond the arc, the big contributions from Ty Jerome.
The Cleveland Cavaliers, the number one seed in the East, in their postseason game, winning a convincing win in game one of this best of seven first-round series against Miami.
That was nice. That was nice. All right. All right. Y'all ready to break this one down? Y'all ready to talk this one out? Nah, Tasman, answer for this. Answer for this, Tasman. Don't try to hide from it. I see you in chat. You're trying to hide from it. Celebrating tonight, back in the lab tomorrow. Teachable moments, great foundation laid. Brother, we beat them by 21 points. You acting like we beat them by 4. Complaining about how they was finishing the third quarter. Like it fucking matters how you finish the third quarter. I don't ever want to hear you complain about that shit again. Oh, man. All right. And 3, 2. It's gonna be. It's a interesting weekend, right, for Cavs fans, because we've been sitting here talking about the playoffs, how the Cavs are going to look in the playoffs for a very long time. So long that it makes you nervous, right? And then you hear people start bringing up stuff. Some people watch that Knicks Detroit game and they remember just how bad this team made us feel because of how they performed in the playoffs a couple of years ago. And they remember some recent no-shows from the Cleveland Cavaliers. And boy, I think a lot of people were afraid that this team would no-show in game one, that they would let a hustle hard, tough team and talented team like the Miami Heat, who aren't a weak 8 seed at all, compete with you more than they should be able to compete with you. But the Cavs pretty much had control of this game from the beginning. They came out really strong. The one time Miami made a little bit of a run, the Cavs answered it right back with the largest lead of the night. And then the Cavs kept them at a comfortable 8-point cushion for pretty much the rest of the game. I came into this playoffs wanting to see a couple of things from the Cleveland Cavaliers. One, want to see them close a series. We're not at that point yet. But another thing I wanted to see was I want to see the Cavs finish these games strong. And I think there was a lot of anxiety, at least in the live chat, about if the Cavs would be able to finish because they weren't really finishing the first, second, and third quarters very strongly. But in the NBA and in the playoffs, we know the only quarter that matters to close strongly is the fourth quarter. And that quarter, they finished strong as hell. Largely in thanks to Jerome getting hot. But this game demonstrates why I think this team is just different than last year's team or the year before. Most of the time, when there's this much anticipation, this much energy, right? They mentioned it on the broadcast a ton, that the city was rocking. It was on fire for this Cavs team. They're super excited. And I think the people of Cleveland are very excited for this Cavaliers team. And in times like that before, I've seen this team shrink under that spotlight. Or you see them get too excited under that spotlight, right? Where they start running and they're not in their normal rhythm and they're just look out of sync. This game, they didn't look like that. This looked like a team that had been there before because they have been there before and that understood what needed to be done today, right? They played at their own pace. They played at their own rhythm. When something went wrong, they did not panic. Now, Miami is already in a tough spot. Give me 1 second. Because they are the 8th seed. They are playing the Cavs. The Cavs are a very talented and very well-coached team. So it wasn't like they were favored to win this series anyways. But if I were a Heat fan and I had any hope of trying to upset the Cavs in this series, I think this game would greatly concern you if you are a Miami Heat fan. The reason being is that two things coalesced today. The Miami Heat were shooting about 50% from the floor, from three, for most of this game. They are a 38% three-pointing team. And the Cavs were shooting well below their three-point average for most of this game. The Cavs didn't have a great three-point shooting night at all. And not only did you never really take control in this game, if you're Miami, the Cavs just needed a couple of threes to go down before this became a blowout. So if I'm Miami, I would be concerned, right? Cleveland plays as good as defense as anybody. It's another question that people have had about them. We're going to talk about that in just a second. But yeah, if I were a Miami fan watching this, I'd be like, damn, I'm a little bit concerned, to be honest, because you really had a lot going from three for most of this game. I mean, Davion gave you 18 off the bench, 2 for 3. You got 3 of 6 from Tyler. He didn't really do nothing in the second half, but you got more going from downtown than you usually do. And the Cavs had less going. I mean, this was a recipe for you to sneak one out if you're capable of it. And I was surprised that this didn't get more competitive than it did, given those were the factors. But the Cavs are a really talented team. It's going to be tough for Miami to win a game against them. I think that point was well demonstrated tonight for them. Look, you didn't get a great game from Evan Mobley, 9.7 rebounds. He'll play well. He'll play better later. You got a double-double from Jared Allen. But today, you got 27 from Darius, 10 of 17 from the floor, so an ultra-efficient outing from Darius Garland. He was 5 of 9 from 3, including 2 of the bye-bye threes at the end of the game. Donovan Mitchell got you 30. He was 11 of 19. And look, he made pretty much every 2-point shot he attempted because he was 2 of 9 from 3. He did not have a great 3-point shooting night. And that really helped you. And then off the Cavs bench, They didn't get anything from DeAndre Hunter. They got 6 from Sam Merrill, but it didn't matter because they got 28 from Ty Jerome, 10 of 15. Now, Ty Jerome might be the most predictable, that guy's going to be good in the playoffs guy that we've had to question about of all time, because I remember people asking the question, hey, is this Ty Jerome thing going to last? Is Ty Jerome going to be able to do this in the playoffs? And I remember thinking, I don't know what it is about Ty, but something about him makes me feel like that's a stupid question. Like, Ty's definitely going to be able to do this. I don't know why it is that I have that reaction. It's just I had a lot of confidence in Ty being able to perform in the playoffs. His game is pretty playoff friendly. So they were able to get 28 from Ty. He ends the game as the second highest scorer. Darius got 27. Donovan got you 30. And it demonstrates why the Cavs are such a hard team to beat. Because depending on how they're shooting, the Cavs can be a lot of different teams at once. I think a lot of people get lazy about this Cavs team, and they think that the Cavs really only have one way to win. That's not true. I've seen this Cavs team this year win games against good teams with defense when their shots not dropping at all. I've seen this Cavs team decide that their three's not going down, so let's go in the paint against elite teams. They did that against the Boston Celtics, right? Multiple times against the Boston Celtics. And they beat the Boston Celtics multiple times with that. This is a team that can win with just outrageous role player performances. We've seen that a countless amount of times where, they beat Oklahoma City with strong role player performances. They could beat you with their bigs. They could beat you with their guards. They could beat you with their bench. They could beat you with defense. And that's what makes the Cavs dangerous. Today, the Miami Heat, they played the slot machine to see what the Cavs won't be able to do today, and it was three-point shooting. They got lucky. The Cavs didn't really shoot that well from three, and they shot really well from three. Didn't matter. Also, I would like to point out the Cavs played excellent defense for 4 quarters. And this was a point of contention amongst a lot of Cavs fans because we were wondering, hey, is the lack of defensive effort at times because they can't do it or because they just don't have to do it? I think the more we watch them play in the playoffs, we'll lean towards they just turn it on and off whenever they need to. This is what this Cavs team is, right? I see a lot of people worried about if the Cavs were going to go on here. Shout out to Rex Fortune, who's in the chat right now. He mentioned it. Sam Merrill, really underrated defender. And it looks like Sam Merrill is going to be the 8th man on this rotation because Dean and Isaac were the low man on minutes. Yeah, Dean played 7. Isaac played 13. So it seems like Sam's going to be the 8th guy in that rotation. And he showed you why, right? He can get hot from 3 and be a threat. He's always going to be willing to shoot, so you always have to defend him. You can't just ignore him like they did a couple times to Isaac. And what Isaac brings is defense and tenacity. And Sam Merrill brings defense and tenacity in his own way that I think is very helpful. He was really good on defense in this game. Really good. And look, the thing with Evan Mobley, he could have a game where he shoots 9 points. He gets you 9 points. I thought he was really strong on defense. So didn't end up mattering that much, right? This Cavs seems really good. And, I don't know if Miami fans understood that before this game, but I think they definitely understand it now. DeAndre definitely didn't give you his strongest effort, but I'm confident that, when we need it, DeAndre is going to show up and make up for a bad game 1. I'm sure he wants to as much as anybody. The Cavs are a really good basketball team. It's important to remember that. And I think this game was another reminder why, right? I know a lot of people in Cleveland have this worry that a Cleveland team can't be as good as we think they're going to be. But to be real with you, the Cavs are the one franchise that have kind of always had our back, right? Like when the Cavs are good, they're usually pretty good. And I think a lot of people are worried because we used to dealing with the Browns, but this ain't the Browns. This is the Cavs, and the Cavs deserve a lot of trust here, right? Like as much as things felt shaky, the Cavs never relinquished more than an 8-point lead in this game. After the first half, that's a really good basketball team at work. I thought Kenny Atkinson did a good job, not just holding his own, but I felt like at times he outmaneuvered Eric Spoelstra. That's another thing you want to see in this series, right? Defensive effort, playoff effort, right? Execution. I thought it was impressive that the Cavs seemed like the team that wanted this game more than Miami, right? That's Miami's whole thing. Miami's whole identity, right? Heat culture, all of this is being the team that wants it more than you, especially in the playoffs, especially against a quote unquote inexperienced team like the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's Miami's whole identity. But if you watch that game, the Cavs were the ones making the effort plays. The Cavs were the ones hitting the deck. The Cavs were the ones getting strips and all of that stuff. So that tells you about the pregame prep that Kenny was putting these guys through, the mentality check that Donovan Mitchell has been instrumental with this team, of understanding this is the moment now, dog. Like, this is not fun and games anymore. If you lose in the playoffs this year, there's going to be real criticism for you for the rest of your career, right? So Donovan understands this moment. Donovan knows the kind of reward they can get as far as what they can accomplish, which I believe to be an NBA championship. And he knows what's at risk when something like that's on the table for a team. This is a team that understands the moment. And I think there was a lot of worry that this team wouldn't understand the moment, that Eric Spoelstra would outcoach Kenny Atkinson because he hasn't been there a ton before, that, you know, Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland, they're going to stink under the lights of being the 1 seed. But this game should help you get over those fears. Great game 1 from the Cavs. Loved how they finished the game. And I'm going to put this out here. I was a bit surprised how quickly Miami went to their bench once they went down in the 4th. I think they put their bench, like they started bringing all their bench guys, Jaquez and all these guys off their bench with like 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, down 20. Now, again, it's not very probable you're going to come back, but I thought that was quick to bring your bench on. That's something to think about going forward. But that's going to be it for this post-game video. Y'all have a great day. Have an even better night. Peace. Now, if you're watching on the stream, don't worry. That's not it for the stream just yet. We'll close the stream out separately. I'm just recording my video for the post-game show. But that was a game you could be very happy with if you're a Cavs fan. I'll be honest with you. Right? Was it a perfect game? No, but you're not going to get that in the playoffs. You're just not going to get that. By the way, shout out to all 268 of y'all in chat. And shout out to everybody who understood the power of these nuts right here. Because I'm not going to lie, you go back in the stream and check. The second I brought these nuts out, the Cavs went from an 8-point lead to like 16, like 2 minutes. Don't ever underestimate the power of these nuts. Chat, can we clap it up for my nuts? Let's get a clap up for my nuts in the chat, y'all. Let's clap it up. There are some people who just joined this stream who have no idea what the meme is or what the meta is about these nuts, that are just wondering what the hell that man talking about. But that's why you got to make sure you watch at the beginning so you don't miss stuff. We reward those who stick through. Oh, the Guardians won? Shout out to the Guardians. Good for them. I don't root for them, but, you know, 'cause I don't watch baseball. I root for them. I just don't watch them. Someone said that's nuts. Hey, look, everybody telling me, hey, yo, I'm just telling you what happened, bro. I'm just telling you what happened. Brought my nuts out, Cavs started blowing them out. I got to have my nuts out the whole game. Just the whole game, dog. It's good luck. It's good luck. OKC won by 51. Yeah, that's crazy. That's great. They're sending a message. Memphis, I think, is a bit of a weaker team. Well, I don't know. Memphis just looks like they want to go home. Like, that's what, whenever I watch the Grizzlies, I'm like, they want to go home so bad, bro. Like, if it weren't for the Dallas Mavericks, who arguably want to go home way more than the Memphis Grizzlies, then yeah. But how you guys feeling about this victory? Y'all excited? Are y'all excited? Hey man, Ty Jerome plus these nuts is an unstoppable combination. Unstoppable. We gonna take that combination all the way to a Larry O'Brien. Best believe. JBC, appreciate that. Says my nuts have brought him a lot of happiness this past year. And I agree with him. I know what he's talking about. I have brought that man. Well, not I. Sorry. The sweet and spicy Cajun nuts from Aldi's have brought that man a lot of joy. Yeah, the Lakers are the only home team to lose game one. Well, Houston still got to play. We'll see what Houston does. I hope Houston's like better than people think they are, because it's been like super dismissive about them. And I don't know, maybe because the Cavs get dismissed all the time. I'm like, nah, I want people to stop dismissing these teams that have put together incredible bodies of work. I want to say thank you to everybody who joined us on chat. Cavs had a great game. Great game. Want to say thank you for everybody who joined me on chat, who watched the stream, laughed with us, yelled with us, had fun, watched those Ty Jerome buckets. Want you to know, I'll be back here on Wednesday. Like, I'm going to be streaming all damn week. So if you want to come holler at me, come watch the game with me, make sure you do it. But appreciate everybody who showed some love today. Appreciate everybody who's in the Nut Gang. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the sweet and spicy Cajun nuts at Aldi's. The ultimate good luck charm and the ultimate way to start your day is with some sweet and spicy Cajun nuts. Don't let your team go home without them. But everybody have a great day. Have an even better night. Peace. Oh, glad I didn't stop the stream. Ackline sent a super chat. Did you call Kobe after the Lakers game? Check on the homie. Also, this is the busiest week you've had, or is it usually like this time of the year? Cavs have been in the playoffs in the first round, but this is the first time I've been covering the Cavs full on and the Browns full on. So, yeah, it's about the busiest I've ever been with both of them. Because the one caveat is I only do 2 videos a week during the off season. So if they somehow, like, if I had to cover the Cavs full on, so like October's probably going to be more busy than this, because October's middle of the Browns season. I'm covering 3 games a week, 3 videos a day on Browns channel, and then a video a day on the Cavs channel. So that's probably going to be a great deal busier. Thank you for the super chat, though. All right, gonna head out. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night, man. Peace.